Yesterday someone asked me, does good leadership really make a difference to projects? I said, did you watch MasterChef last night? It's the 90-second mark. Let's go. So there are different variations, but there's an old saying that people don't leave jobs, they leave their bosses. And that's really true. And I've certainly experienced that myself. And part of the reason, in fact a lot of the reason, is because of the impact bosses and leaders have on their teams and on their people. And it's not just about what people do, it's also an impact on how they do it and, very importantly, how they feel about it. I'm always saying that people are simultaneously our biggest asset and our biggest risk. And one of the keys to managing that balance successfully is good leadership. But a lot of organisations don't see that. In the last few years, I've certainly seen not a lot of attention paid to project leadership, and there's certainly a reluctance to invest in project leadership, which to me is quite short-sighted given the impact that our people have. There's a lot written about leadership, and we're going to cover a lot of topics in future episodes, but I want to start with the proposition that leadership is a balance between mission and people. In a lot of project environments today, the emphasis is heavily on mission and not so much on the people. And that's kind of ironic because it's people who are the ones that deliver the work. They're the ones that get the outcomes. They're the ones that help us achieve the mission. So it goes to say that if we're not managing our people well, if we don't have good leadership to help us manage and get the best out of our people, then really it's false economy by not investing in our leadership. Imagine a car driving down the street and you can hear funny noises coming from under the bonnet. You know, the good driver's going to say, oh, that doesn't quite sound right, maybe I better check it out, there could be a problem. The average driver's going to go, well, you know, it always makes that noise, I don't worry about it. And a bad driver's going to go, what noise? The point is that if you're not in tune with what's going on, then it could cost you a lot later on. And it's the same for leadership in projects. If the leader is not in tune, or the leadership layer is not in tune with what's going on with the people in the team, then problems can just fester over time, and ultimately there's a price to pay for that. And that's why we need to invest in making sure that our leadership knows what to do, that they understand and can tune in to their team environment to get the best out of their people. So last night I was watching MasterChef and it was Team Challenge Day. The teams both had a mission. Same mission, but they both had to do it. Red team, green team. Different leaders, different styles. The red leader quickly outlined the mission, assigned tasks to the team, and then immersed herself in her own tasks. And it wasn't until probably shortly before the end of the challenge that she realised that the team had actually been in chaos. They had some major problems, but it was too late to fix them. The green leader also assigned tasks to the team after setting out the mission, but instead of immersing himself in his own set of tasks, he set about to make sure that he worked across the team, made sure that there was ongoing clarity around what they needed to do, made sure that the team were operating in a way that was consistent with what the outcomes needed to be, stepping in to help where there were problems, making sure that the team was looked after and focused over the course of the challenge, and also making sure that the work effort was practical and heading in the right direction, and that everyone was working together in a very positive way. So in the end, it was a convincing lead to the green team. And it wasn't that the red leader was a bad person, it's just that quite simply she wasn't in tune with the team and she didn't understand what she needed to do to get the best out of that team. And so it's the same for projects. We see the same thing and the same impact that leaders have on project teams and project outcomes. And that's why we need to make sure our leaders are positioned for success. And that means making sure that they understand how to tune into their teams. That's it for now. See you next time.